Good evening, VV Nation, and welcome to the channel. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest, and I'm excited about tonight's video. It's my 3 go-to graph layouts to help you guys make the right decisions at the right time. Now, we all know that investing is not easy, but what if I can make it simpler? What if I can help you to make the right decisions at the right times, looking at a graph, learning to trade the chart, not your heart? Would you be interested? Because I get a lot of questions about, hey, I'm in this stock, what should I do? These 3 graph layouts will answer all of your questions, and I'm going to show you, if you stick to the end, how to find these stocks early in their moves so that you can take advantage of that. So with that being said, we're going to get right into the VectorVest software. Hey, VV Nation, Glenn here. I had to interrupt this video for a quick second. Folks, we have a spectacular Memorial Day sale. You can save up to 73% on some of our select stock market courses. That's right, 73%. All you have to do is go to www.vectorvest.com/sale. Now, back to your video. First thing I wanted to do, I went through AI and I said, what are the top 5 stocks being invested in over the last month? And NVIDIA, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, and Apple came up. Why is Rigetti in the list? Because this is a news-driven stock, and I'm going to show you how these graphs can help you with stocks that are news-driven. Now, one of my graph layouts is going to accommodate the stocks that are news-driven to help you to determine whether or not do you take advantage of the hype or not. Again, investing's not easy, but it's all about making it simpler and learning to trade the charts. And these 3 are my go-to charts. Now, the first chart we're going to look at is the 3 and 8, the 3 and 8 exponential moving averages. Now, why do I like that? Because it works, all right? And for nothing else except for I know that it works. A 3 is the faster moving average. The 8 is the slower moving average. But because they're both below the number of 10, this is a more aggressive way of looking at a stock. I will use this graph layout when news comes out on the stock. We're going to look at Rigetti. All right, when news comes out on the stock, is it worth the hype for me to get in? Number 1. Number 2, is it worth the hype for me to hold it if I'm currently in it? Because there's 3 things that these graph layouts are going to help you to do. They're going to help you to know when it's time to get into a stock, if it's worth it for you to hold the stock, and when it's time to get out of a stock. And the getting out of the stock part is the hard part because nobody wants to give up a lot of gains, right? Or they don't want to take big losses. All 3 of these graphs, as my go-to graphs, will help you to know when it's time to get in, if it's time to still hold it or not panic, and when to get out. Now, so here's my 6 stocks. There's really 5, but Rigetti is news-driven, so I really wanted to use it for this presentation. Simply, all I'm going to do is I'm going to graph them all. And my first graph layout is going to actually be the NPI, the near perfect indicator. So might as well just tell you what my top 3 graph layouts are. 1, the 3 and 8 exponential moving average. We'll get into that in a second. The NPI, the near perfect indicator. Just by its name, it seems like it's going to help you to make better decisions on the stock. And number 3, Star Search. I'm going to use Star Search for momentum plays. Is it worth it? Because we've got 3 lanes when it comes down to the Star Search. So we're going to start off with the MPI. Now, I've got notes on here. I'm not worried about the notes right now. I'm worried about the graph layout. I'm going to explain each one of them and what they do so that you can help yourself to make a better decision. 1, the graph layout for the NPI. And where do you find it? Go to graph layouts, and it's already here for you. You do not have to create this. VectorVest has already created it for you, the near perfect indicator. And what I'm looking at are moving averages on relative timing at the bottom, a 5 and a 40-day moving average. What I'm looking for from a timing perspective for a faster play is looking for the 5 to go above the 40. When that crosses, RT is in play to let you know it's okay from a short-term perspective. Now, the biggest part that I like about the MPI is showing me whether or not I should hold the stock. And that's where we get trend. I'm also looking at the 5 and the 40 moving average, simple moving average on the stop price of the stock. Why is that important? The stop price is already a moving average. It's a 13-week moving average adjusted for the fundamentals of the stock. And now I'm putting 2 other moving averages on it. What that does is really smooth out whether or not this stock is in a trend or not. When the 5 goes above the 40, when the blue goes above the red, the stock has trend. Now, this will help me to realize whether or not it's a stock that I want to hold longer term. When do I get out? Well, I also added a trend line. A great way to be able to get out of the stock is if it crosses below a trend line, or in this case, breaks below a level of support. 2 different lines that I'm adding to the graph to help me to make a decision. But short term, the short-term moving average of RT went above the longer term, and the same thing for the price. So if I own this stock longer term for NVIDIA, I like it because it has trend and it's giving me the okay. Let's go to the next stock real quick. Amazon. Ooh, interesting about Amazon. A heavily traded stock. We got the short-term play where the 5 went above the 40 on RT, but look at price. Look at trend. There is no trend. I like this because now it keeps me from getting into a stock that's making news, that's moving up, and look at it. We got no confirmation of trend. Gotta love that. And it's trending lower from the high that it hit. Gotta love that. That's why it's one of my go-to graphs. Let's go to the next one. Microsoft. Look at that. We got short-term entry with the 5 moving above the 40 in RT. And quick entry right there. Look at that. Nicely moving up. We've got trend. I'd hold that. I'd leave it alone. A little bit of a down day today, but it's okay to hold it by way of the MPI. Same thing with Tesla. I own TSLL. How about he gave me a call back here where RT went above? Man, that was an early entry, but look how aggressive that is. That's why I like the confirmation of having a trend. And look at that, nicely moving up. If I own it, leave it alone. It does have trend. RT gave me the okay. It's moving sideways, but it ain't moving down. Go to the next stock, Rigetti. Long term, look at that. I'm not a big fan of quantum right now. It is a trade, but look at this. From the MPI, it's telling me it's okay to hold it long term. What would I do here to get out? I'd use the trend line, number one. I'd probably throw another level of moving average up here in and of itself. But man, stopping at a level of resistance, I wouldn't be afraid for you to take some of that off the table, right? It's stopping right at resistance. Take some of that profit off the table. I do have trend. I do have RT, but I'm not afraid to say take some of that off the table. And the last one, Apple, again, nice move up at a level of resistance, no trend. I do have the short-term entry with the 5 moving above the 40 on RT, but no trend. Gotta love something like this to help you in regards to getting in and out of a stock at the right time. All right, so that is the MPI. Now, let's go to a different graph layout. Let's go Grapholing once again. I'm going to change the layout, graph layouts. I've created one, and this is one you've got to create. I've created one called Technical 3-8 EMA Trade. 3-8 EME trade. I'm going to click on it. I've got a 3 and an 8 exponential moving average. When the 3 crosses above the 8 or green goes above red, that's a good entry. Look at that move. 3 went above the 8. How about it never crossed down below the 8, and I'm in a trend, and it's undervalued. Again, I'm not looking at the notes right now. I'm looking at the graphs. Now, interesting about NVIDIA, at a level of resistance, testing it as a level of support. The 3 and the 8 say it's still okay to hold, but you know how I would get out of this? When the 3 goes below the 8, great opportunity to take half off, all off the table. I do not own NVIDIA right now, but man, nice move when the 3 first went above the 8. RT went above 1. I'm watching it right now. I'm being a little defensive on the play. All right, let's go to the next one, which is Amazon. Same kind of scenario. The 3 went above the 8, never crossed down below the 8, but look at it crossing. If the 3 crossed below the 8 on the end of the day, you probably want to think about getting out of the stock. Again, it's designed to help you to know when to get in, if it's the right time to hold, and then when it's time to get out. Right now, we're getting close to getting out, but I'd have to wait for an end-of-day signal when the 3 goes below the 8. Man, Microsoft is killing it. The 3 went above the 8 here. Nicely moving up. I love this as a good early entry and watching the trade to see if it's time for me to still hold it. Right now, I'm okay to hold it. I'm not ready to get out of it. Trade the chart, not your heart. Let the 3 fall below the 8 or break below this level of support. Volume looks good as well. Earnings per share looks good as well. Let's go to the next one. Tesla, we got the 3 above the 8. A little bit of indecision today, but am I okay to hold it? Yes, I'm still okay to hold the stock. I'm watching earnings, though. Earnings falling, that's from a more of a fundamental side. From the technicals, though, the 3 is still above the 8. I'm watching to see end of day if the 3 closes below the 8 as a way to get out of the stock. Again, you should never be blindsided now with these graphs on the stock. Rigetti, down day today, the 3 still above the 8, right at resistance. I'm okay to hold it. It's a down day. One day doesn't make a trend. Trade the chart, not your heart. It's still in an uptrend. Leave it alone. Watch the 3 and the 8 end of day, whether or not you should get out of it. And the last one is Apple. Again, got to a level of resistance, not able to get above it. Watching the 3 and the 8, I'm becoming defensive on Apple if I own it right now. I probably didn't own it just quite yet because the MPI didn't confirm a trend. But if you are in it right now, you don't want to take a big loss. Watch the 3 and the 8 on an end-of-day basis. Now, the last one we're going to look at, I'm going to use more so for momentum. I've got 3 lanes formed by the star search, and we're going to talk about that real quick. Let's go graph all. Let's go change it again. Now, star search is also in the system. So 2 of the 3 layouts that I have that I like, star search and MPI or near perfect indicator, are already created in the software. I'm going to click on star search. Now, what does this do? The star search pretty much has 2 Bollinger Bands. 1 standard deviation, which are my yellow lines, and a 3 standard deviation, which are my white lines. When I'm going to look at this from a perspective of momentum, you notice we've got 1, 2, 3 lanes. I like this from a visual perspective to see where my stock is to help me to determine whether or not, if I'm not in it, whether it's okay to get into it, or if I do hold it, whether or not it's time to get out of the stock. So what am I looking at right now? NVIDIA is in the fast lane. I do have an upward trend. It's moving sideways, testing this level of support, form of resistance at a level of support. Plus I have a gap. Gaps like to be filled, but it's still in the fast lane. If I own it, leave it alone. Stock's still a buy, leave it alone. What am I looking for? If the stock falls into the middle lane, consider taking half off. Especially if you like this long term, wait for it to fall into the slow lane before you pull the other half off. Again, knowing when to get out, knowing when to get in, knowing if it's okay to hold, and knowing when to get out. Right now, I'm starting to think about being a little defensive on NVIDIA as it's moving sideways. Let's go to the next stock. Amazon. Woo! Falls into the middle lane. If we close end of day into the middle lane, I probably take half off the table. Why? Because the stock overall is trending lower. Nice little move up here, but now is the time to be defensive. And if it closes in the middle lane, I probably take that off and wait for a better buying opportunity. Let's go to the next one. Same thing with Microsoft. Nicely in the fast lane. Little indecision today, but wait. Don't jump out yet. Let the stock come to you. It's not in the middle lane yet, but once it does, that's a nice little profit that you probably want to think about taking off the table. Again, this is for momentum plays, looking at the star search. Tesla, still in the fast lane, a little bit of sideways move. What I'm looking for, end of day, to see if it closes into the middle lane. It still is in an uptrend, but I like this from a visual perspective of knowing when to get in, get out. Rigetti, in the fast lane. Interesting that the MPI still has it as a buy as well. Down day, all right? This keeps you from being knee-jerk reactionary. How many of you invest off of knee-jerk reactionary moves? Just type reactionary. Just type reactionary in the chat. I love that these graphs keep you grounded. Down day, but what I'm looking for, if this is going to tell me the time to get out, wait for it to close end of day in the middle lane. Next one, Apple. Again, the MPI didn't confirm it. How about Star Search is not confirming it either. In the middle lane, I like the squeeze, but man, not feeling it. I think that with all of the news that comes out on all of these stocks, these graph layouts are going to help you to make the right decisions at the right time and not get caught up in all of the hype about moving these stocks. Trade the chart, not your heart. I'm going to do one last thing. So we looked at all 3 of my graphs, the 3 and the 8 exponential moving averages for news or confirmation of whether or not you need to be in it. Looking at star search for momentum, determining whether or not you should hold the stock or not. And long term, if I'm trying to swing trade a stock, looking at the MPI as well. Now, I want to let you know you can do these graph layouts with any of the stocks that you own. Now, if you don't have VectorVest, we're getting ready to run a special, but you want to go to www.vectorvest.com/YT to take out a trial. Those 2 of those 3 graphs are there. We can help you set up the 3rd graph, which is the 3 and the 8. Now, if you like these graph layouts and you want to find the stocks when they first hit, let's go to the Unisearch tool. Let's start off with ProTrader. Pro Trader, we already have a search in here if you have Pro Trader called Star Search. You click on it. I want to look at the top 5 stocks. I'm going to give you fish right now. Top 5 stocks that meet the criteria for Star Search as of right now when I record this video. Only one. Interesting. Only one stock out of 9,500 stocks that meet the goals for being a Star Search stock. Enphase. Put it in a watch list. All right. Now, how about if you're looking for the near perfect indicator? What stocks first meet that? Let's go to MPI crossing one day. We'll do that. Crossing one day. So these are when the RT on the MPI, the 5 goes above the 40. Look at that. I got 5 stocks. Put them on a watch list. These are early entries for swing trades. TGX, CPRX, so far and so on. Write them down. I'm giving you 5 more fish right here. And the last one is the 3.8. I created that. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go. Where is it at? I've got one. Momentum. Man, I got a lot of searches in here. Cheap 3.8. Cheap. Nope. Cheap 3.8 cross. I created that. But finding the stocks out of the 9,500 stocks that we track where the 3 just crossed above the 8, I've given you 5 more aggressive stocks to take a look at. I just gave you fish. On top of my 3 go-to graphs, I've shown you how you can use a search to find these stocks early in their moves. If you found this useful, type the word useful in all capital letters. In all capital letters. Remember, investing is not easy, but these graphs help to make it more simple for you to be able to look at the stocks that you own or some of the stocks that are out there being traded. All right, 3 go-to graphs. And if these become part of your 3 go-to graphs, I'd love to hear it. If you're brand new to the channel and you like the content that you saw here tonight, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell icon because between Ryan and I, these are the types of videos that we put out. I know this is a long video. Hopefully you guys stay to the end to see the purpose or the promise behind using the power of those 3 graphs to find you stocks. I just gave them to you live. Folks, thank you for joining me. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this video, share this video to your friends so they can see how much simpler we can make investing for them. All right? Remember, investing is not easy, but we can make it simpler. Folks, this video is over. And until the next time, see ya.